Good day, good people. This is the next installment of Mondays with Maleshane. Wrote this almost 2 years ago as an ode to self on my birthday, a month prior to COVID regulations being instituted. In many ways, it was synonymous with an ending of a chapter. The best gift I could ever have given to myself was surrender, and in so doing, allowing the infallible to take course. Perennial Bloom. You are nowhere near finished blossoming, even when your flowers are wilting, falling by the dozen. This is a prepared season of resting, essential and normal to your orchard's allotted course. You're in a restorative part of the story, salvaging every emphatic bit of energy to thrust you fervently into rebloom. Sometimes growing looks a little bit like dying, but like a prayer to a heart, you're in the perfect shape, making amends, taking root, standing upright in your power, if only barely, reimagining novel means and meanings for what is the new leaf, the new dawn. Bleeding desire trimmed by a cutback. Eager expansion sometimes necessitates relocation. Reading for bigger doesn't always feel that way in the moment. Drowning in the refreshment of a frosted cube. Tending and mending mean different things for you. Never utter a single apology for all the ways you are learning to care. It's okay to unravel, to create room for the unknowing, to offer yourself to the world anew, even in this unbecoming, to scour for some semblance of peace in the piercing, unpiecing, while scampering petals hold fast to just a single ray of light held in the magnanimous breath of an everlasting source. Let it be so, amening to infinite destiny, gutted, hallelujah, giving rise to a gentle but ferocious truth. Sometimes growing looks a little bit like dying, sometimes growing looks a little bit like dying, sometimes growing looks a little bit like dying. Take heed. This starling is a tiny speck of dust in comparison to the grandest scheme immeasurably loftier than any to be schemed. Here you are, still at it, still breathing, shallow and scant, synthesizing deep with mouthfuls of promise, pure and divine in and out of time, pure and divine in and out of time. No, you are my favorite flower, fragrant, faultless and exuberant, ever in bloom, not a moment late or too soon, yet still brought to account no stranger noise than laughter, river, the tears of living water, agony sowing a gladdening harvest, reaping an unassuming joy in season. Bless my soul, for there is a place in the superlative that knows when. Bless my soul, for there is a place in the superlative that knows when. Bless my soul, for the boundaries in the infinite that have determined an end to my unending. Bless my soul, faithfulness hinging on the precipice of unbelieving. Bless my soul. Blossoms flowering, miracles bearing fruit in my season, 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 bearing fruit. Upright, flourishing, triumphantly, always, always, always withstanding. It is written, going forth weeping, doubtless rejoicing. Going forth weeping, doubtless rejoicing, rivulet of sorrow irrigating a yield so grand hands cannot carry. Rivulet of sorrow irrigating a yield so grand hands cannot